Welcome to Green Biz Studio. I'm Barbara Grady and I'm here with Rob Threlkeld from General Motors. He is the Global Manager of Renewable Energy, which is a big deal right now because General Motors just announced that it is going to transition all of its facilities worldwide to be powered by renewable energy by 2030, is it?
2050.
2050.
Yep.
So Rob, tell us about that decision. What drove it and how you'll carry it out?
Basically, the initiation of the goal is a top-down and bottom-up approach from our long history of using renewable energy as a company dating back to 1995 with our landfill gas, venturing into solar in 2005 with our first power purchase agreement for solar, and then, looking up as we looked at scaling up, we recognized that we were going to have to get a lot of our renewable energy off-site, so we started looking at off-site renewable energy wind PPAs, or power purchase agreements, that we announced in Mexico and Texas. And then looking at the industry as a whole, and as we looked at electric vehicles, which should be driven on renewable energy, it seemed really a nice complement to moving our manufacturing into renewable energy, consuming renewable energy, as it also helps drive sustainability into the electrification of electric vehicles.
Yeah, you make it sound so easy. How will you carry this out? It's a very ambitious goal.
Yeah, really, it's kind of a four-pronged approach. Energy efficiency, because obviously if you don't use it, it's the number one thing you want to do, so continuing to drive strong energy efficiency programs. Sourcing renewable energy, whether it's through on-site generation that we've done in some cases, off-site power purchase agreements, or more recently the utilities are starting to engage us in green tariffs, which would be the greatest way. The utilities provide us the electricity. And then the other two approaches, obviously as the electric vehicles continue to drive down costs, looking at battery storage as a way to address some of the intermittency that renewables bring to the grid. And then the fourth one is through policy. I think taking a stronger approach of looking at policy of how we can support the integration of renewables, not just in the United States, but globally, to ultimately provide really a steady cost to the consumer.
Right. That last point is very important because obviously it's going to be more difficult in some parts of the world than others to get this done.
Yeah, no, we're ready for that challenge. We've got renewable energy in all regions of the globe that we've got operations. So we've got some solar in Brazil, we've got solar in Europe, and more recently in the announcement we did for joining the RE100, we've got about 30 megawatts of solar under development in China. So really taking what we've learned in each of our regions, and we've got energy managers in each of the regions, is to help support and implement the energy efficiency and renewable energy we need for our facilities.
Great. Thank you, Rob Threlkeld,
Thank you.
General Motors.